morning. It is the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 hour podcast. I'm your host, Bill Gant. We're getting started. It's Wednesday. It's also hump day, but it's also animal day. Well, at least on the GGHOP bump stock extended clip joke canon animal edition. Yes. All these stories have to do with animals. So that should be a lot of fun. First one. From Marshall, Michigan, an animal a Michigan hunter thought was a big coyote when he shot it in January had determined to be a gray wolf. Now, there was some doubt that it ended up there naturally, noting that the area of Michigan habitat doesn't sustain gray wolves. Quote, if this animal did indeed get naturally to Calhoun County, it was likely just drifting, looking for others of its own kind. Little did the gray wolf know, to be closer to his own kind, he needed to travel to Manhattan. It's never over. Next from Thailand, monkey problem. Authorities are hoping to round up some 2,500 urban monkeys and place them in massive enclosures, said a representative. And the same representative said he expects the first phase of the operation to start within weeks and believes that the huge cages will be able to contain thousands of them and will solve the problem very quickly. When asked if there was a name for this brand new program, authorities said yes. It's called the Idi Amin, Saddam Hussein, Pol Pot, Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Mao Zedong Initiative. Locking them in cages. Okay, next, cicadas. Cicadas are everywhere. Big year for the cicadas, and they've got quite the urinating habit. So peeing 2 or 3 times stronger and faster than elephants and humans. And one researcher found that if you walk around in a forest where they're actively chorusing on a hot, sunny day, it feels like it's raining. It's called cicada rain. You know, I was getting really excited about this new scientific thing that was going to happen and getting really into it. But now anymore, the more I'm reading about it, I think it's going to be a real pisser. Dad joke. Next one. More dogs, more animals. California dog missing since the summer is found in Michigan. It went all the way from California over 2,000 miles to suburban Detroit. When asked, they said how she got here, it's a story only the little dog Mishka knows. And after speaking with the dog Mishka, authorities found out it was not by accident, but was deliberate, due to Michigan having lower house prices, safer streets, and more tax breaks for small businesses than California. And finally, like I said, it's all animals. We go to Chechnya. The Russian Republic is said to have ruled that all music should correspond to a tempo of 80 to 116 beats per minute. Borrowing musical culture from other peoples is inadmissible, said the commissar. But you know what? This isn't all bad. I mean, sure, the Chechens are going to miss out on Stand By Me by Benny King, Come As You Are by Nirvana, and I Want to Dance With Somebody by Whitney Houston. But more importantly, they're going to be spared Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, What's Up by the Four Non Blondes,
Hey now,
and The Piano Man by Billy Joel. And that has been the GGHOP Bump Stock Extended Clip Joke Canon Animal Edition theme song time.
Up on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show. But there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast.
Hello again. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 hour podcast sponsored by Wilson Farm Market. This guy loves me and I love him. It's a great place. I'm Bill Gant, hanging out with you. And of course, right here with me, James Swinford.
good morning.
No Karen today, but she'll be back Friday. Okay. Just missing today. She's on vacation again.
Keeping us in line.
She's on vacation again. No. She's out for something today, but she'll be back Friday. And got some exciting news. I went over there for the eclipse, where they were making their eclipse beer.
Oh, yeah.
Talked with them. And this Friday, If you join us, we'll be back in the old studio, the tap room of Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
We're going to be back there, so I'm very excited. 'Cause it looks good there.
Yeah.
I think the show looks better there. We're just trying to make some contingencies in case Karen had to take an extended vacation.
Yeah, backup plans.
Right, just in case.
Backup plans.
But we're going to be back there Friday, so this is the last show from the other studio. I'm sure if we have some kind of fire or problem or with Karen, we can always come back here.
Yeah.
That whole thing. All right, very good. Well, let's see. I think I asked you before the show. Monday was the eclipse. You
Yeah.
did sleep through it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I did not.
I woke up, life unchanged.
Unchanged. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Everything was cool. I enjoyed it. Glad I did it. Went down to the horse track here in town.
Yeah.
And not a gambling track, but horse track, and sat there and watched it. It was fun.
Because we'd be doing this show from the OT.
That's right.
OTB. If that
I
was
would have a completely different job and
Yeah.
career.
Off track. Then.
I would be at the track.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, I would love it if they would bring OTB to this wonderful town.
Yes.
So it was a good time. Did you hear any horror stories? Anybody at your work say something awful happened, or they were
No.
hit by somebody from Maryland driving through? Or
No, but when I left here on Monday,
yes,
so on the way here, it was dead because nobody's in school. When I got back to Lebanon, they were having a big party thing downtown, and the traffic was insane.
Yeah.
Like there was construction work going on, but there was no construction work going on.
yeah.
And where there wasn't cars, there were people walking.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So did they have something like downtown, like in
they had a
square or
downtown
something?
thing. They had a bunch of people at the park.
Oh, that
big
park is
they
really
got.
big.
So
Yeah,
they
big
had a
park.
bunch of stuff going on.
Okay.
A little bit everywhere, and then I think they might have had some stuff going on at the fairgrounds too.
Well, we went down after the show to walk down there and jog around the track, and then when we went down there, there was 2 trucks and 4 lawn chairs. There was 4 people there at like noon.
Damn.
And then my wife's like, "Well, I don't want to go down there because I think there'll be lots and lots of people there." I'm like, the Rolling Stones aren't playing there. Okay, so we go back a couple hours later. She drove down. We walked back down. There's like 35 or 40 cars, so there
Oh.
there was more people, But man, it was like, to borrow from something else, but the whole cast of Fraggle Rock was there. Okay, this Eclipse stuff brings them out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Man, it was interesting. But going by the cars, it was Oregon, Maryland. It
Yeah.
was Pennsylvania. There were people from way, way, way out of town.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
I believe the plates that I was seeing was there was 3 or 4 Florida ones, and then there was like a couple of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was quite an event. But yeah, good time. Glad we did it, and we'll see it in 21 years.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll be around then.
You'll
No
be
problem.
what, 68? I'll be 66.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Yeah, which is young. You're only as young as you feel, right? Or something like that.
Shit, I'm looking 28 today, so it's all good.
Hey, you look fantastic, and with the new,
There was
shade up.
there was literally a lady at work that didn't
Clean up.
recognize me at first. I walked by and was like,
Oh,
"Oh hell, that's you." I'm like,
wow,
"Yeah, it's me."
though. Very nice. Does a wife like it too?
No,
Oh, wife likes a bushier beard.
no, just a little bit more than this.
Okay, all right, okay.
I think she prefers like a regular goatee, but I think I look stupid with just a regular goatee.
So when you do this, down, are you going to let it grow back out?
Oh,
Or are you
yeah.
keeping it about this?
I usually shave it like every 6 months or so.
Okay, go through
Yeah.
a little phase.
Yeah, it don't
Understood.
take very long.
Understood. Well, first thing, let's do our slides here about Wilson Farm Market, who we're sponsored by, these wonderful groups of people. Scott Wilson, fantastic guy. There it is. I took the Eclipse picture off. You know, it's their deal. US 31 in Indiana. If you're watching us from far away, don't worry, we can send you a gift card. Or again, people visit here like it's the Eclipse every day from other states. There we go. Just some pictures. I just thought I'd show some pictures of what it kind of looks like on the outside. There it is. Currently, that's what it looks like today. Pumpkins. 70% off today, actually, if you would run by, they'd appreciate that. And then I found this one. I was looking, for the pictures. Of course, I go to the Facebook page and usually grab his photos. But now this is Scott Wilson, and he owns Wilson Farm, but this is like in Massachusetts. So this is a faker. So if you ever see this person, don't talk to this person.
It's a clone.
This is not our person. This is not our market. We're not interested in that. There's our guy. See, look,
That's right.
see that guy? And there's that guy. They look a lot different. This dude will whip his fucker's ass.
Yeah.
No chance, dude. MMA ass whipper.
Yeah. The other guy don't even know what a tractor
That
looks
guy,
like.
he doesn't even know what he's
No.
doing. Yeah. So this month, if you go to YouTube, we want you to come on there and follow us on there. We're going to pick the winner on our last show in April. You will win a $100 gift card from Wilson Farm Market, an official GGHOP shirt, the one like I'm wearing today.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Get something else out of the way. How about our exciting tournament of what sucks? And boy, do I have an announcement for everybody out there? This is so exciting. This is huge. It's massive. It's big. Okay. So here we go. The GGHOP 2024 What Sucks champion is no one. Absolutely no one voted. That's been the GGHOP 2024 What Sucks tournament. So I guess the champion, look, it's me. Yeah. I put the two people in this tournament. No one voted. Big on X. We are huge on X. That's where we're
I abstain.
That's where we're making connections with people and viewers.
I heard the
X.
other day in Texas that there's a guy and he legally changed his name to anybody else.
Yes.
Or literally anybody else is his new name.
It's one of them because then that way when people
he wants to get on the wrote in on the ticket, yeah.
Then he'll be.
He has to get so many signatures for it to qualify, and then
I got a feeling if that guy is not married with kids,
or it's just like a killer ass dad joke that he's just
could be
taken to the max. Oh, I bet you won't. I bet I will.
I bet I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like shit, I'm committed to this.
He may win in some states.
Yeah.
He may win. So again, thank you for participating in the 2024 What Sucks tournament. We really appreciate it. The well over 13 votes after the past 2 weeks. It's been tough. I got a thing from Elon too. It was like, next time you're making things like this, let me know. The traffic, we've got things that can handle that many people jumping on at once.
See, what you got to do is post that on other things so it connects it to it.
Well, I was trying to post it on some other things, but I had trouble with it.
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's all right. We'll try again next year if we're sponsored.
We need to hire an IT guy.
I'm never doing that again. No one liked that. It was a horrible idea. So I apologize for my horrible idea. It was shitty. I don't know what happened. I was just trying to have some fun with the basketball stuff. And before we go on, because you're sporty, you were right.
Sporty Spice.
You're a sporty spice. You were right. We lost by a lot. You said they were going to lose by a lot.
Yeah, I told you they'd keep it close at halftime, lose by a lot because nobody wanted Purdue nationally to win it.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
So, James, you ought to pick some lotto numbers.
Yeah, when I faded him on all them other games and lost those bets.
Yeah.
One time I don't bet on him
The one
accurately,
time.
correctly. It just took down to like how it was going to happen. Oh, they'll let you score all the points and then he'll get wore down and they'll just start doing what they do.
You got to do your thing. I was talking with a person who loves the show last night. I went to a laser light show, Britt Floyd.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis. Trevor.
Yeah.
Big fan of the show. And we were talking about the show, and he said, boy, I love it when James gets spicy. Sometimes he gets spicy. I like that. So stay spicy, my friend.
Well, I mean, usually I was getting spicy at him on occasions. So
sure.
Back in the day when we were kids in school. Yeah. It usually all started over an argument about Rush, and then it just spiraled out of control. Yeah.
Yes. But he loves your spicy attitude. So do we. So these stories that we talked about, going back to that, and we've got a new segment today.
I love the squirrel graphic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I stole that off the internet. I think you can use that on your stuff, even if you're getting paid for it, and there's not a lawyer thing. I don't know.
Might get Jake P to make a tattoo of that on my arm or something.
Sure,
that'd be sweet.
When I first started doing these, I was thinking like, gosh, is somebody gonna sue me for using this picture? And I'm like, good luck. I don't care.
Should have watermarked it, bitch.
You can have all. Spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy. That's what they like. So the first one, this one, I like the headline of this one. It made me laugh. That's why I used it in the first place, is gray wolves haven't been seen in South Michigan since the 1900s. This winter, a local hunter shot one. That's hilarious. This winter, they shot one. So this guy was doing a controlled coyote kill. Yeah. In the state.
Yeah.
And it said that he looked up and he saw this one that looked like a very large coyote, and he shot it, and it weighs like, what was it, 84 pounds. And like the biggest coyotes are 25 to 40. So I mean, this thing is massive.
Yeah.
It's twice as big. But I don't, in a scope, I don't know. So it was
Gray
legal.
wolves can actually get bigger than that.
Gray wolves?
Yeah, I think
that's it. I
mean,
mean, well, this one also might have been smaller because it's all by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is way far away from
it
where
was
needs
probably like famished and shit and didn't have enough. Yeah, probably skinny.
So I guess they're in the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah,
but
they're
down here. Never see them. The man said he encountered what was initially believed to be a large coyote, But no. The question of how the wolf ended up there, again, they're unsure. They had some doubt that it ended up there naturally. I was going to go there with a joke. I was trying to think like, yes, he arrived very unnaturally. I just don't know what that would look like. Yeah. So if he didn't get there, he's just drifting, looking for other people. So it just happened to, something weird, something different. But again, I love the headline.
Didn't have to eat anybody's grandma.
Didn't have to eat anybody's grandma, but gray wolves haven't been seen here. This guy shot one. The next one, the little monkeys. And one of them, they're called macaques. And I think
Have you ever seen some of those? They're like, there was like a guy and like maybe a 3-year-old kid on the back of a moped, and they were going kind of slow.
Yeah.
And the fucking monkey just ran up and ripped this kid off the back of the damn moped. Starts dragging it down the street. And shit.
That's in this story.
Yeah.
And what they're talking about is that they've been around forever.
Yeah.
Not forever, but it's part of the city. It's part of the temples. They're all around there. They're in the town.
Part of the culture. Yeah.
Part of the culture. But lately, yeah, they're getting way more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like a month ago, it like one of them toppled over like an old lady to grab her food.
Yeah.
There's that one. Then there's another one. The person like driving by with a motorcycle, an adult, and one like leaps on him to wreck the motorcycle to get the food.
Yeah.
And yeah, not good. So the macaques, which I thought I showed great restraint in not doing a macaque.
Pat
joke.
McAfee already did a whole bid on them. So
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He took
Now,
care of it.
I'm pretty sure the macaques though they have little faces, right?
Kind of.
Real tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're real wiry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've never really, I guess, paid attention. You see monkeys, whatever, in zoos. But about a month ago, I saw this old Johnny Carson episode. Johnny Carson was a talk show host on NBC. And so a late night show like David Letterman or Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert.
Now you're
with
just
a PH.
making me feel fucking old because the people that we grew up watching, whenever the Carson retired and then now Letterman and all those other guys are gone, were those old parents? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My
sad.
goodness. But they had on an animal person who brought in
Probably Jack Hanna.
It might have been
I bet
Jack
it
Hanna.
was.
And so, but I'd never seen them before. And their faces, if it's the macaques, if I'm right, their faces are as big as your thumb.
Oh no, I don't know if they're
Is that not the one?
No. Those are like tiny ones.
Oh, these monkeys were this, but no, I'm looking up. They're about this tall.
No.
And they had faces that are as big as your thumb.
These ones look like skinny ass baboons.
Okay. That's with longer tails that like curl.
Yeah.
Okay. Wrong one. Wrong story.
And
Sorry.
they run like the fucking wind. Just fast as shit.
Whatever these monkeys were I did see on there, it was spooky. Because I thought, what if you woke up and it has a little face? It's so tiny. It's like an AI generated character. It just looked weird. So weird. But these, I know they're a little bit bigger. Okay, they're knocking people over. So they've tried several things. They've tried to sterilize them a few years ago. Like they corralled almost all of them, sterilized them. They're still back. But the problem is they're monkeys, so they learn from people and they learn really quick. They did another law where they did, okay, we're going to let them hassle tourists and be part of it by the temple. But then when you start getting in the town, we're done. Well, okay. Then the monkeys that are near the temple are kind of like lipping off to the monkeys that are in the city. And then the city ones get pissed off because they realize something has changed and they get more aggressive, not only to people, but then start attacking the monkeys.
On the other side of town.
Yes. So
It's Planet of the Apes.
They turn into gangs, man,
Yeah.
and they're very territorial. And when you come into their neighborhood, they can't help it. They're animals. They what are you going to do? They try to snatch food from humans. Tussles, like it said in March, when a woman dislocated her knee after a monkey pulled her off her feet to get food, and another man was knocked off a motorcycle.
Yeah. The video of that's fucking crazy too.
I know.
Yeah.
They're just, oh my God. So
They beat up little kids all the time. They just they thrash little kids all the time.
And I saw one where it tried to steal a kid. He's pulling the little kid. So they have done, then I'm reading through this, they do take some to a zoo, but really what caught my attention was going through it, and the guy's like, I'm just putting them in giant cages. We're just going to put them in big old cages. It's big enclosure. I was like, okay, so when you put them all in a cage, then what are you going to do?
Well, we're going to poke them with sticks till they fight each other.
They're doing fine. Okay, well,
we're going to put it on pay-per-view.
You just wait until there's just skeletons and fur sitting in this cage and you've won? I don't get where this is going. So that's why I called it named it after every dictator ever. So they take some to wildlife places, but the problem is too in Bangkok and in Thailand, every city has them, So it's not you can go, well,
Yeah.
we're going to take some of them over here. They've already got a problem in this city.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, the final solution must be put in.
Yeah.
You just got to kill them, man. You're just going to have to kill them. Not all of them, okay, but you're going to have to keep them in a zoo or somewhere safe for themselves. Also, I mean, you know.
They're in countries where those people probably just don't give a shit. So
They
probably don't have.
problem. Fine.
I don't know.
I don't live around them.
I don't know what their laws are. Oh, those things wouldn't last 5 minutes in this.
No.
area,
Of course not. No. But hey, if you don't mind being knocked off motorcycles and accosted by animals and your children stolen, fucking all for it. It's your country. Do what you want. I'm saying. But just throw them in cages. I'm putting them in a cage outside of town. So who knows what'll happen? I don't know. Don't feed the monkeys.
Those macaques are screwed.
Don't feed macaque. There, I can help that. Jesus. Cicadas. Heard of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So these are a little different. There's 2 broods coming. There's one like in southeastern United States, and there's one in the Midwest. Okay, and it's been over 100 and some years since these 2 have come out at the same time. Oh,
You got your slideshow.
my mistake. My mistake. Let me try it again.
Just messing with-
Oh, there they are. Hey there, buddies. There they are. So yeah. So these insects are the strongest urinators in the animal kingdom. And so what they do is, do you know much about cicadas, or you care?
No, they're just weird looking bugs.
Weird looking bugs.
Make
These come
noise with
out.
their wings like every other one, but just louder.
They're louder, but this kind comes out on like every 13 or 17 years.
Yeah.
And they switch it up, and that is an adaptive thing. So I guess to trick birds. So they don't think that every 13 years something happens, because I guess they can do that. So they switch it up. But how they survive down there for so long is they dig down and they have a tube out of their head, and they're in a root called a xylem, and that's where they drink this water. But the trees are smart, so it's all negative pressure. So even if you cut it open, nothing would come out. But these little things stick in there like a straw, so they can sit in there for 13 years and just drink for 13 years. They don't have to move. They just sit there. But evidently, taking in that kind of liquid
Sounds like the Borg. From
It's
Star Trek.
yeah. So here's the deal. But if they're down there and they're constantly taking in liquid, then they're constantly expelling the liquid. Okay. So they pee 2 to 3 times stronger and faster than elephants and humans. They're just constantly just shooting it out. They feed under the ground, and they and this person was like a researcher in this article, and he said, like, in some places the natives were like, oh, we have this tree, we call it the crying tree. And they go to the crying tree, and it's covered in these things, and it's just cicada piss. So when they start singing, and they're constantly peeing. So, and when they start singing, they're really peeing. So you stand under, and yeah, it's called cicada rain. That was fucking gross. So yeah, a real pisser.
The Gold album.
There it is. It's cicada rain. I would have made a.
That's what it sounds like.
I was gonna
In the
make
cold cicada rain.
Yes, like November rain.
Yeah.
I was also thinking, like, who liked to be peed on? Chuck Berry. I was gonna make a Chuck Berry joke, but I didn't. Yeah. Now, also in this one, other than the peeing, there was also the thing that they have an STD that can turn them into zombies. So evidently, and that affects the ones that are here. So more in the Midwest. A few years ago, this fungus started growing, and what it does is
The ones that were eating all the trees.
I guess
Because I had two or three. I had 2 or 3 trees that got eaten out by that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fungus comes and covers them. This white fungus takes over the male. Their gonads are torn from their bodies.
Awesome.
And chalky spores are spread around to nearby cicadas. The insects are sterilized, not killed. And this way, the fungus uses the cicadas to spread to others. And then, and yeah, they can't mate or anything. And so if you are out and you see one and it's covered in white stuff, buy it a drink. Something. It's got no macaque. You know, that kind of sucks.
Start playing golf.
And I talked to somebody the other day who said they were already digging in a garden and that they met one on its way up. You know, it's working its way back out. So they're digging and it's already making its way out. But when they come here, it is going to be loud. I didn't go into that.
Well, see, whenever they had them
Loud.
the other couple times they did it and they said that it was going on, like I never noticed anything.
Okay.
I lived out in the fucking country.
Okay. Well, this one This is like hasn't happened in
Is it just gonna sound like
220 years.
Is it gonna sound like those vuvuzelas for like just,
yeah,
you know, like
from soccer.
yeah, just
Could be.
constant.
But here's the deal too. If you're into this, you know, I know you love the eclipse and 21 years from now and that kind of stuff. I guess in the year 2065, in this article, in 2065,
They're selling out nationwide. It's gonna be
dude.
yeah.
It's like every brood is going to come out that year. It's gonna be like the ultimate one. So 2065, 41 years from now,
Get your cult started today.
we should be good. Like
Yeah.
108 should be fantastic. So look out for that. Maybe they'll play this clip that day.
That'd be awesome.
Hello, future.
Cicada piss having motherfuckers.
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna play this. The next one. That's there's a pisser.
Oh,
The California dog. This dog went all the way from California to Michigan. I think I've heard of these kind of stories before. Grosse Pointe Animal Adoption Society quickly discovered the dog named Mishka had an identity chip implanted in her with information about the owners. Merritt Howman and his family live in San Diego, but were planning to travel to Minnesota anyway when they got the call. So he landed in Minnesota and they drove 10 hours to Michigan for the dog. We think it was stolen and then it was sold and ended up in Michigan, they said.
Huh.
Now, the vet that found said they examined the dog, gave it a race beast shot, cleared to travel home. And they said she was clean and well fed. So whoever took good care took good care of her. And how she got there is still a mystery. So
they're trying to get a better look at the eclipse and just got lost.
that's it. I want to be in the totality.
Yeah.
The woman that owned it said that it was one night the dog wandered off from the garage, and then she claimed that she thought that someone stole this dog. But when you see the dog, it's not like a special show dog. I mean, it's not like an expensive. And then she told the story of like, and for 3 months I would walk around and call the dog's name and have a leash in my hand. That motherfucker's in Idaho. You know, you don't stand a chance.
He's halfway there.
Fucking gone.
He huffed paint and took off.
But it would be interesting if you had a little GoPro on this son of a
Oh,
bitch.
that'd been
How
sweet.
the fuck did you get here, man?
Yeah.
And it was in good shape. Like I said, it hurt at all. But good God, that's almost all the way across the country.
Some rando picked it up on a
San
road
Diego
trip
to
and said, fuck
Detroit.
it, you're coming on a road trip for us.
I guess so. What has that dog seen?
Yeah.
Then our final animal story. Oh, shit. Did I not have one for that? I'm blind.
Yeah, you're calling Chechens animals.
Chechens, they aren't all bad by and large. I wouldn't say animals.
They're literally always the bad guys in every shooter
They're
game.
the bad guys.
In every shooter game. Every movie.
I was trying to go back to the original one there. That was my mistake. That was all. So this was like a surprise.
I mean, I would have been banned on the way here.
Well, so Chechnya, part of Russia, it has here's the original story. So the Russian Republic said to have ruled that all music should correspond between 80 and 116 beats. The new standard of music is relatively slow compared to a lot of modern day pop music and would rule out a number of Western genres from being played in the conservative Islamic society. The Republic's leader, Ramzan Kadyrov, or
Rock the Casbah.
yeah. Sharif don't like it. He instructed culture minister. God, that's always.
You got a culture
Here we
minister.
go.
You got
Look
a culture
out.
minister.
Are you sure you guys want to go through this shit again?
That's
over
usually
there?
that's usually what like
Oh my
that'd be
God.
like what the Jack of Hearts or Jack of Diamonds on them cards where they go to kill him whenever
Oh,
they
yeah,
eventually go to invade the country.
The minister of music,
Yeah,
the
the
Jack of
minister.
Diamonds. Yes. We've been here. You're dead. Yeah. So to make music conform to the Chechen mentality, the Moscow Times said. And then that's when the guy said, borrowing musical culture from other people's is inadmissible. The ban was reportedly announced following a meeting between the Republic's ministry and local and regional artists that went something like this. I think it was a lot of,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about it? So, but it says, that's good news. Artists are said to have been given until June 1st to rewrite music that doesn't meet the criteria. And if their music isn't reworked, they won't be allowed to perform in public because it's hard to perform in public when you've been shot.
Also, if you just did all your shit on the computer anyway, that's not too difficult. You literally just go in your
Yeah, fine. There.
yeah
I
Pro
slowed it down
Tools,
for you.
click.
I like that.
All right.
I will keep you updated on this story. This is interesting.
Yeah.
This will be hard to control. There
So
are going to be a lot of problems here.
So like
I don't know, maybe
the
not.
Pig Destroyer I was listening to on the way here is not on the
Not
Chechen list.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Not acceptable. There's and here's the thing too. You can play any tempo you want to. Really,
Yeah.
you can. So, in a way, doesn't even make a lot of sense. Fine. I'll slow my song down, and now it's 79. So there.
Everything's gonna be.
Or
Like,
it's 80.
do you remember
82 now?
You probably don't, but do you remember like Screwed and Chopped music?
I don't know what that is.
So it's like they take rap beats and they slow them like way, way, way down, and they do their lyrics too. So it's like it sounds like
lyrics are slow.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're singing in slow motion and shit. Like on Grandma's Boy when he gets or not Grandma's Boy. What the hell was it? Oh shit, Old School when he gets shot with the dart.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
it's like that.
Oh, okay. What's it called? Screwed and Chopped?
Screwed and Chopped. It's like in the 90s, like the late 90s, early 2000s. Okay. A lot of those Southern bands, it was all drinking codeine and shit that Jamarcus Russell was hitting.
Oh, yeah. Into the lean.
Yeah. After the show, I'll play you a tidbit.
Okay. Some slow down.
Yeah.
But this is
they probably just had to run
from a book, man.
They probably had to run immigrants. They probably had to run immigrants in there that came in there playing their music, and it's more upbeat, so they want to. Well,
they're a little more Islamic there.
Yeah.
And I know the Chechens are like they're tough. They're like
it's a militant state.
When they've had problems and stuff, like they had a theater a few years ago that was overtaken by terrorists in Moscow, and then they sent in like the regulars, and then that didn't work. So then they sent in like 10 of these Chechen people, and
it's like their special forces.
Yeah. So and the picture, which I didn't show with it, it doesn't matter, but it's people in like traditional garb. You would imagine with the shoes and the dresses, and so I mean, I get that you would want that in your country and that's important or whatever, but to ban the music, what are we doing here?
They're one of those countries that tries to stay as old as possible, but they have like updated military shit. So
yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Hey, maybe for I know they all love it. Maybe they all love this.
Could be.
They want it so bad, but it's gonna be difficult.
If they're banning that kind of stuff, they probably got a lock on the internet, not having any kind of content on it anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So, are you allowed to listen to it in headphones if it's above that? It just can't be out loud.
It's a communist country, then, right?
Well, it is because it's under Russian control. Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, but God, that seems fucked up. They don't even do that in Russia. I mean, Moscow, you can listen to whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked up. That's way fucked up. So we'll see how that goes. How that works out. That's
how music kind of takes off again. When it gets put up against a wall like that and they start doing it underground and then,
before you know it, it'll be like Footloose.
Well, you think about it back in the day, Prohibition, that's when a lot of music started kicking up right after Prohibition because everybody went out and started fucking partying.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
swing
hope the best
dancing and all that shit picked up right after because everybody's when they lifted Prohibition and shit.
How about a festival with the Scorpions, James?
Festival of Scorpions?
With the Scorpions. That would make a lot of sense. Don't you like the Scorpions?
They're terrible. I got so sick of that song. Winds of Change, is that what it was?
That's it.
Oh man. It was like the number one like most listened to song ever or something.
Really?
Yeah. Like worldwide.
I imagine for a while. I get it.
Yeah.
But like way to capitalize on stuff.
Yeah.
No, they're from there, right? They're from the city.
Oh, I believe.
Yeah. So I mean, it was part of their stuff, but yeah,
they had a lot of other.
But they're building new ones.
They rocked like a hurricane.
Yes. Here I am. If you've been to any air show, you've probably heard this once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, we're halfway through the show. We're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Delicious fry pie, chicken, donuts, chocolate milk, orange dreamsicle milk, macaroni and cheese loaf, bread, fudge, pies. Good time. Plenty of parking. Toilets outside.
I think I'm going to have to stop by there on the way back.
Yeah. We got to get something. So please visit them. Check them out. And again, go over to YouTube. Sign up with us this month. And we will give you a $100 gift card if we choose yours on the last day and a T-shirt as well. So thank you to Scott Wilson Farm Market. Also, Frankfurt Beer Works. Which again, as a reminder, if you didn't know already, Friday we're moving back into the old studios, back in the Frankfurt Beer Works.
Yeah.
The person last night I was with was asking about the plant that used to be behind me. He's like,
what's
that thing look like now? He was watching it. I'm like,
dirt.
Yeah, I think that
it looks like dirt.
The nicotine was slowly killing the plant. Yeah, pretty good. So we'll move on to our next thing. Something a little different, something a little new today. We'll see how it works. I put this together yesterday.
The What Sucks Tournament 2.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Backed by popular demand. Well over 13 people asked for this. No, something different. Now, I kind of checked out. I think my monitor is big enough, hopefully, to read some of these, because I think I need to make some stuff bigger, but I'm fingers crossed. So I had an idea. And the idea is, what if 2 of our segments had a baby? Okay, and we put them together. I was just thinking about this. So we have sex toy reviews. We do that sometimes on Wednesdays, but don't have to do it every Wednesday. Otherwise it might not get so special. But also we had the Absolutely No Common Sense Media, where we read you about what nanny common sense media tells you what you should and shouldn't watch.
They said, fuck.
And then I thought, hey, what if we put them together and we can do, but it would be like this. Remember this commercial, James?
Oh.
Do you know what they're saying? What that is?
Is it Jif or
now the woman is holding a jar of peanut butter.
I don't know what this
The
is.
guy, I know it's very back.
Is that
It's
a
high
Kennedy?
def back then.
Is that a Kennedy?
That's not a Kennedy.
Fucking
He looks
looks
like a
like
few
it, dude.
people we know, actually.
like
I
a
don't even want to
Kennedy.
start naming that off. But the woman has a jar of peanut butter in hand. He has a piece of chocolate in his hand.
Oh,
Do you
got
remember
your
these ads?
chocolate. Oh, you got your chocolate and my peanut butter. You got your
Peanut butter in my chocolate. This is Reese's. That's how they got. These were the old ads if you're out there from 1979, 1980. I can barely remember these. So we have the No Common Sense reviews. All right, check this out. Hopefully this goes over better than the What Sucks tournament. Okay, so one we've already talked about. So I went to the website instead of using my phone or the TV, and because you can go here and they've got lots to look at. So we did Ferris Bueller already. Talked about Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, it's kind of bland.
Okay. So, we talked about what it has in it, that kind of thing. But then what is on this site too is people then saying what they think about the movie or this review.
I like how it dashes out the shit and fuck up.
It does that all over those, because it's, that's
Yeah.
what they do. You've got all sorts of silly. There's another thing in there that I keep seeing that people are talking about. It says at the middle, like, and he steals a car as well as some kissing, making out, and then a teen looking at an illustration of a nude woman on a computer. I watched this movie like 2 weeks ago, and I've probably seen it like 5 times. I don't know if I just like walked out into the kitchen. I don't even remember that part. They're all like, he's on a computer looking at a woman, and then he does something with a mouse and it makes her boobs bigger. I don't even remember that being in there. The only thing I saw in there that was nude was on his dresser drawer.
Were they watching Weird Science and just got
That's
them
what,
confused?
I don't know. I like watch it again. I don't even remember that part. The only thing, like I said, he had a dresser drawer and there was a sticker and it had a topless woman on it.
Oh.
But you could barely see it in the background. I don't even.
I watched that
remember
movie.
this
I
part.
watched that movie like twice back in the day, and I just never liked
Yeah.
it, so I
It's-
never
it's
got into
okay.
it. Yeah,
It's
I don't
okay.
remember anything from it.
All right. Well, also in down there too, they've got the majority of the cast are white.
Well, yeah, it was the '80s.
Good
in
God.
Hollywood.
Well, also you're slowly getting out of this time. What the fuck?
Eddie Murphy.
The majority of the cast were blacks.
Eddie Murphy was busy.
The majority of the people were this. What
Yeah.
the fuck? But if you go down here and you look at other stuff, I didn't even click it. It was like, there's too many white middle-aged people in it. Like,
you
hey,
need
go
to look.
fuck yourself.
You need to look up like a John Wayne or an old Ronald Reagan fucking.
On here?
Western. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the one I
bet they're not even on there.
I bet they
they're-
are.
You think so?
They can't wait to club on it because one that was on there that I didn't see this one. But
They just smacked the shit out of a woman. They didn't give 2 fucks, and it was on
well,
a scene.
yeah, but it's okay for a pimp to put a bitch down. No, that's okay. It's
Yeah.
all right to do that. But John Wayne can't. I don't think John Wayne smacked too many women in a movie. I don't think John Wayne punched a woman in a movie.
No, Ronald Reagan did though. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'll show you after the show.
Okay, I would want to see that. They didn't do a lot of that violence back then anyway. That's you keep that at home, James.
Bang zoom to the moon.
But he never hit her.
No.
They never hit her. So, so this is what's going on, right? These crazy stuff. So here's one. So this is from Emilio Sandoz. He's a parent of an 11 and 13-year-old. It's a class for spare us the woke reviews and diversity warnings. I'm going to go check and see what they say about What's Happening, a show I also love, but did not have a diverse cast. Good Lord. It's a classic for a reason. 13 and up, given language and sexual content. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't go, hey, I watched What's Happening. I like Raj. I like Cheryl. I like going down. You know what I mean? I like Rerun.
I watched 227.
Why can't I watch that? Yeah, I mean, what's the deal? I didn't care.
Amen.
Everybody's black in it. Who cares?
Amen.
Jesus, let it go. Now, this is the problem now. It's like, now, what can you see with holding your left eye? So this one, and some of these, you can tell they're mega trolling. So look at this person's name. It's Honey RuPaul, parents of a 2, 4, 7, 10, 13, and 18-year-old. They're just trolling. The amount of bad language in this film is absolutely pathetic. I counted over 30 profanities. I felt wrong. The amount of times they said the Lord's name in vain was terrible. They skipped school, no consequences, and very bratty behavior. Do not watch.
I forgot what they were even reviewing because I was like,
oh,
what?
It could be anything.
And then I'm like, oh yeah,
it's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But that caught me like, really? And then I'm like reading it. I'm like, Honey RuPaul. Okay, this person just trolling.
It's like, didn't the kids that skip school cuss a lot?
Yeah. What's funny too on this website, when you look through these, the newer ones, there is a little bit of like, quit saying it's woke, do this, whatever. But then you go back to like 6 and 10 years ago, and people are like, this movie's great. What's the problem? Like, there's no,
Yeah.
Here's one. Fun with swear words. After checking here, I did let my 9, 11-year-olds watch this, and they loved it. It's a silly, funny fantasy of kids being adults and getting back to the adults who make their lives miserable. I did warn my kids that I'd seen this movie a bunch of times, so if they tried to fake being sick, I'd see through it. I told my son that too. As far as the swearing, yeah, there's 1.5 F words. The second one's cut off. There's pretty much every swear word you'll hear on a bus on the way to middle school. But they're just words, and odds are they've heard them before.
Playing Fortnite.
Dude, like, give me a break. There's no sex other than kissing, drugs, or violence, so it's actually a pretty clean-cut movie. Great fun movie, which is true. There's a lot of cussing, but it's
I think that's why I didn't like it.
Yes, that the Lord's name in vain bothered you.
No, there was no drugs or violence.
Oh, they needed more drugs and violence.
Yeah.
This movie's way too fucking boring.
I was watching Full Metal Jacket at this point. The fuck?
Okay, I think this is the last one for this movie.
That's why I have this great personality and sense of humor.
You've got some interesting stories to tell. Hey, you had porno 8 tracks in your house. Dude,
yeah.
So congratulations. Loved it as a high schooler. Does not hold up well.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I have a problem with this. Is a good one.
This guy's like,
I have only the fondest memories of this film from growing up in the 80s and watching it in cinemas with my friends. It has not held up well. Primary issues, you can see this from 3 years ago, so 2021. Ferris is almost perfect. And it's the embodiment of privilege. In the current social context, his belief that rules don't apply to him and he can get away with anything due to his privilege just don't do well in the 2020s. Have you seen any fucking politician or
look at the name up there?
Ask
though.
Diddy.
It's Conrad and Jen. His old lady shares an account with you and made him write this shit.
That's right.
Don't
you
be
tell him what I said.
You tell him.
Conrad and Jen. I feel bad for
Conrad.
Conrad doesn't get to do a lot of what he wants. Yeah.
Jen doesn't give him any.
No. What is it with Jen's? He's kind of a dick. If any friend I love this sentence. This is why I think maybe that's the child wrote it. If any friend of yours treated you this way, you'd likely tell them to get lost. Okay, Beaver Cleaver, that sounds keen.
Right.
What the fuck? He's genuinely unpleasant to Cameron, a character deserving of deep empathy. So I know you haven't seen this in a while, but
that's somebody that never got punched in school. This person. Yeah.
Cameron is the guy that wears the hockey jersey.
Yeah.
And he's really like depressed and stuff because he has parents that are really rich and never pay attention to him.
Yeah.
And they just care about stuff. And he cares about him, so he is.
And he doesn't look like he'd last 3 seconds on a hockey rink.
No, God, he's just a fan.
Yeah.
Just a fan. So he's genuinely unpleasant to Cameron. 0 consequences.
We always shit on our best friends.
Well, you know what? And he does punk with him, but he's right. He was going to sit in the house all day and be depressed. Yeah. So you want him to lay in bed and depressed, or should he be hanging out with friends, having a good time?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have Xbox back then.
They did not have Xbox. A richer movie would have explored the consequences of actions. Spoiler alert. Ferris, this is it right here. This is a lie. Ferris tips Cameron over the edge, and he snaps, wrecking the car, okay? That is kind of true, which was 100% Ferris's fault due to cavalierly running the mileage up. That is untrue. Okay. And then nothing is explored here, at least the music. Okay. So let me get into this. So in this movie, they take this Ferrari that has like 80 miles on it that his dad loves. Okay. It's his dad's. So he gets Cameron to sneak this car out. And they're driving from a suburb into Chicago. Okay. They park it in a garage with 2 guys who aren't white. And they proceed to then take that car. No. They take out the car the whole day. And in between while the movie's going, you see these guys like jumping train tracks and shit, and running through the town in this Ferrari, okay? Running the shit out of this thing. When they come back and look down, it now has 450 miles on it, okay? So when they take it back, Ferris's idea is to put it up like this and then put it in reverse, thinking that it would reverse the mileage.
It's not how odometers work.
No. So they're out there. When they come back in, they're out talking, and they come back in and look, and they see that it hasn't worked. And then that Cameron starts to get mad about it, about his dad, and then he starts kicking the front of the car. And then it finally hits the bottom and reverses out and crashes out, and it's ruined. So Cameron did it, but Ferris Bueller didn't put miles on the car. The guys in the garage did, man.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's why you don't leave keys in it.
That's why you don't let Jen watch the movie. Yeah.
I mean,
well,
what was the movie where they take shit, what the hell's his name? But anyway, they take his car and they crash it, but then they go ahead and they spray paint the other high school team's shit on it.
That is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. Who was not I would get Lawrence Fishburne and his other guy's name mixed up.
I think it's not Lawrence Fishburne.
No, it's the guy with the weird eye. You know what I'm talking about, then.
Yes. Yeah. But he's got like a really nice like Trans Am, like Trans Am. Yeah. And then the guy's walking up, Damone. He's like, "Hey, it's Jefferson. I was there when he bought it. What's up, my man? Nice car." He's like, "Don't fuck with it." Yep, we're best buddies. And then they wreck it. That's the best.
Yeah, they wreck it.
And Sean Penn.
Whoa.
Like they crash it into all those cinder blocks. Looks out. I can fix it. My dad's a TV repairman. He's got a killer surgery. I can fix this. Yeah, they don't. They just spray paint it. Yeah. So, all right, Ferris. So the other one we're talking about, you've seen this movie?
A couple hundred times.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Thank God. So we got The Big Lebowski.
Why?
Well, I didn't want to keep having a movie that you've never seen in your life.
Oh,
that would
no.
be very tough for me to.
I know every word of this movie.
Good. Excellent. Okay. So I made this kind of small. I don't know that I can even read it. This is pretty sad.
Parents need to know that The Big Lebowski is a cult favorite for 1998 Coen Brothers comedy in which Jeff Bridges plays the dude, a laid-back slacker who gets caught up in a kidnapping and extortion scheme. But all he really wanted was his fucking rug back. But that's not what it says.
No.
There's a constant profanity, especially the word
fuck Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, fuck Saddam Hussein is referenced. They call him a camel fucker.
And
my God.
We'll stop right there because, folks, maybe you don't know this or not. Okay, Saddam Hussein in real life and his sons, they put live people into wood chippers.
Yeah.
He's a camel fucker. It's like the retard all over again.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a reason we're calling him. That's okay.
Plus, Walter was the one calling him that, so.
Yes, because he was in the war.
He was in Vietnam, is that what he said?
Desert Storm.
Desert Storm,
yeah. So I think I can see. The dude refers to one. Oh, this one too. The dude refers to one of.
That's not the correct nomenclature, dude.
So here it is. The dude refers to one of the people in it as a Chinaman.
And he literally corrects him.
Exactly. He says, other character. Whoa.
Yeah, he goes, that's
China, not the proper nomenclature. Yeah. Asian American, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're even like joking about it. Okay. He didn't build the railroads here, Walter. There's mostly bloodless violence. Yeah, I love the violence. There's characters getting beat
Cut
up.
off your Johnson, Lebowski.
Beat up, drugged, one attacked by a marmot in the bath.
Yeah.
And then the one struck in the head with a coffee cup.
Then he went on to play bass for the Chili Peppers. The other guy was in Volkswagen commercials.
Oh my God. So this is on here. Really? This is what we need to okay.
Obviously, they're not bowlers.
They are not bowlers. No, my God. Oh, my God. And then the coffee cup.
Yeah.
That's the sheriff just throwing a cup at him
right
like you're a dumbass.
Face.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my town,
it's
Lebowski.
Not
Get
violent
the fuck out
at
of my
all. Okay. So let's see. The dude is drinking White Russians. Let's see. I need.
Let me read through it. So
go for it. Yeah.
One character offers to perform oral sex for $1,000.
It's $500. But if Brad watches, it's $1,000.
Yeah. The main characters are supposed to be role models.
Yes.
And that's part of the fun. But but neither does the movie call out their behavior. This
Yes.
translates to poorly for diversity,
Mhm.
as the film follows all white men.
Yes, it's sick.
The only women are supporting or minor roles and treated as sex objects,
Mhm.
and a Cuban and disabled characters are portrayed in an offensive humor. To stay in the loop on movies like this, don't bother with the family night, the movie emails. But they left out the most glaring one, and I thought they would have picked it out.
What's that?
The Jew talk. There's a couple of Jewish references in
Oh,
there.
yeah?
Yeah, when he's talking about his day of rest, and he goes, "You're not
Oh,
even
well, yeah,
fucking
because
Jewish."
he is Jewish. He's saying,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's like, you're not even fucking Jewish. You married into it or whatever. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That, I know, and I'm surprised. It's
I
not up
figured
there.
that would have let off.
There was once, I thought it was in there, was another one. It was talking about how they're mean to this guy who's like Hispanic or whatever, or something like that. It's like, well, they're making fun of him because he's a pedophile
Yeah.
and he's weird and greasy and weird.
What the hell's a patterass?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So here we go. So we like the movie. This one, look at the name. Kevin Kleinlover. Dude. It gave me a headache from hearing the F-bombs. I thought I could handle watching this movie, but I was wrong. Most everybody's mouths need to be washed out with soap. Keen, Beaver. I'm getting headaches from hearing the constant F's. Nothing to me makes sense. I just watched one the other day. What is it, like 2.5 minutes, and it's every fuck in the whole movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's
it works out.
fantastic.
And it takes you
Yeah.
through the whole film. You
Yeah.
could actually run that through. And I would say too about women in this movie, Maude is like, what are you talking about? She's like running the show.
She's the most hyper feminist person in the
Dude,
world. Yeah.
Come and love me. I mean,
Yeah.
she's like the boss. What are
you
you
have
talking
a problem
about?
with the word vagina?
Yeah, and they're also chasing around Bunny Lebowski, who's the boss, like
Yeah.
doing shit. Like, are you kidding me?
that
Women
Tara
do
Reid?
just fine in here.
Tara Reid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, disappointed, but with exceptional performances and writing. Now, this is
No,
hilarious.
it says disjointed.
Oh, does it?
Disjointed.
Disjointed. But what's funny about this one is it reminds me of the opposite of the old people on the Muppet Show.
I love Statler and Waldorf.
Yes.
Those are my people.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not too bad. It was okay. It was something. It wasn't that great. It was bad. It's the worst. And at the end, it's the worst thing they've ever seen.
It's got too much sex and
It's got
violence.
too much sex and violence. The Big Lebowski contains a memorable and exceptional performance from its cats, especially Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, with excellent self-aware dialogue to go with it. Cool. My main issue is that the film feels, this is where it's wrong, it feels like a combination of isolated, disjointed sequences haphazardly glued together. No, that's films today. Although that was probably the intention all along. Maybe stoner films just aren't for me. All that being said, this is a good film. And then underneath, this title has too much violence, too much sex, too much swearing, too much consumerism, and too much drinking and drugs. But overall, it's a good film.
That's what the movie's fucking about. That's literally what the movie's about.
This guy just bitched about it and left all these bitch tags at the bottom and then says, but overall, it's a good film.
Pretty good.
He's not so bad.
4 out of 5 stars. I don't want nobody to get fired.
He's not so bad. This guy's trying to put you out of business and all you can say is, he's not so bad.
He'll remake it.
God. Here's one from Abacus. I don't think that's their name. Not a fan. Personally, I did not like it at all. I didn't find this movie very funny. I was interested in the story and was extremely turned off by the constant swearing and drug use and smoking. If you want a good Coen Brothers movie, watch Fargo instead. Oh, yeah. It's much better and has few similarities in the plot. Yeah, it does, because they suck at plots. You watch any Coen Brothers movie, the
It's not
endings
made for
always
plots.
fucking suck.
Yeah.
They don't know how to end a movie. And Fargo, I liked Fargo, but let me tell you.
I don't even remember what it's about.
Okay.
North Dakota people.
Minnesota.
There's like a murder and some ladies trying to figure out who it is.
And the woman is like the sheriff, and that's what makes it cute. She's
And they all talk
pregnant,
weird.
And they all over the top. Oh, yeah, the over the top Minnesota
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah, man, it's a one to watch once a year because I get about tired of that. So Fargo, yeah, was okay. Last one, I believe.
Pass.
Pass. I don't mind. Clark, he's 15. There were also, I separated them out. I couldn't find some on this website too. It has reviews from parents and reviews from kids, supposedly. So this tied very smart comedy together. I truly can't think of a better comedy for my taste. If the star rating had higher increments, I'd give it those two by calling it a must-see movie that would only insult the blind.
What's with the random capital? What's with the random capitaling of the letters?
I left out so many that I could have put in here because they were just rife with misspellings and, dude, it was Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna do that. Hey, I'm spelled Stephen Colbert, so I gotta watch my. What the fuck do I know, right? So that person loved it. That was cool. So that's been No Common Sense Reviews. Maybe it worked. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I need to find better ones. I don't know.
I'll find that Ronald Reagan movie.
Yes, find the Ronald Reagan movie where he's punching the living shit out of a
He
woman.
just slaps the shit out of her.
Ronald Reagan slaps a woman on camera in a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It could be. Are you sure Bonzo didn't do it?
Who's Bonzo?
There's a movie called Bedtime for Bonzo where it's two people and they're raising a monkey.
No, it's
Okay.
not that.
I only know that because my parents used to say it to me when I was a kid.
Really?
Bedtime for Bonzo. I'm like, what does that even mean? It's early Ronald Reagan movie. But again, I don't think much of this
Early Ronald Reagan movie. So what?
early
1948.
Ronald Reagan movie. Exactly. 1937. Former president. There you go. Well, there you go. That's about the end of the show, James. That's about it.
Hump
We're about
day.
done. You got anything you're doing special today? It's hump day. I know you got to work. Later.
No.
Oh, no. Tomorrow is Thursday is your day?
Yeah, tomorrow's my day off, not today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Friday to you.
Yeah, we missed a few Wednesdays in there, so
Yeah,
you
so
wasn't used to the schedule.
No. So this is Friday to you.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
one
this
more
is your
one more
Friday.
night of work. Yeah,
Very good,
then I'll be
very
good.
Any big plans for before you go to bed? Doing something fun?
I was thinking about going past Wilson's on the way home. Just
Grab some
going
chicken.
out of the way, make the
It is
triangle.
nice. It is on your way
Yeah.
home.
Well, it's not, but I mean, I can make it out of my
Eh,
way.
You know, it
Does
can
sound
be
good though.
20 minutes out of your way.
If
but
not,
worth it.
if not, I'll do that tomorrow on the day off.
Cool. Bring us back some pies or something.
It does sound good.
Something delicious. Very good. Well, thank you for joining us today. And we want to thank you for joining us here in this place. This was my house. But we'll be back at the tap room at the Frankfurt Beer Works this Friday when myself, James, and Karen will be here for the show.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time. Friday show. Catch us then. This is the GGHP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market and Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And once again, treat other people how you want to be treated. Lighten the hell up. And now you go make somebody laugh today.